Hey guys, it's SJ. Happy Baby Name Monday. Welcome back round to mine. I hope you're well, I hope you're home and keeping safe. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is SJ, which is an initial name, and ironically, I then love baby names. So it stands for Sarah Jane. Some people ask that, but I've always just gone by SJ. I don't know why, it's always just been a nickname for me. And I've just grown up absolutely loving names, and I love making name lists. And often I choose either a theme or like a meaning, and at the moment I'm thinking so much about obviously all of our babies coming into the world and a very new world that we've got. So the last few videos are new trends that I see emerging after this whole global pandemic, and today's video is baby names meaning happiness, which I just think is such a beautiful one. Like, I've definitely googled this myself when I was looking for baby names, because I love the idea of choosing a name based on this lovely meaning and how much happiness they will bring to you. So I've got a bunch of girl names and a bunch of boy names that all mean happiness, and I'm sure you'll find something you love. Let me know what you reckon of these in the comments below. And if you love baby names like me, you want a bit of escapism on YouTube, then don't forget to hit subscribe for new lists every single Monday, and you can also pop over and follow me on Instagram. So the first name, oh, I love this, it's the name KIKI. I've always liked the name KIKI. It's actually really popular in Scandinavia, where it's more commonly used for girls. And apparently in Croatia, tell me if this is right, in Croatia it is used as a nickname for Christians. There's a lot of male KIKIs. So the reason I love it is because it's a French origin name, which means double happiness, KIKI. So isn't that just so nice? Especially if it was like you having twins or something, that would be like a great name. And I think it sounds really quirky. Apparently KIKI means Sunday's child in Greek. So I just think it's a great name, one that I've always had a fondness for. I love names like Coco and things like that anyway, and I love the meaning of that one. For boys, actually this is a gender neutral name, the name Sonny. So Sonny means cheerful, and that would be what the internet classes as an American meaning, because a lot of these are quite new names, but there are some traditional ones as well. But the name Sonny I just think is so nice. So traditionally for boys you would spell it with the O, and for girls with a U. Summer is such a popular name, and Sonny is just, I absolutely love it. This would be a name that I would love to use, something like a Hudson with the nickname Sonny for boys or girls. I think it's so gorgeous, and hopefully it would bestow on them a sunny nature. Fingers crossed. So the next name is the name ALLEGRA. Isn't that so gorgeous? It's an Italian name, and tons of you have asked me to do an Italian baby name list. Can you believe I've not done that one yet? So let me know below any requests. I always take requests. I've got a huge list of them, and I love that ALLEGRA, it means cheerful or lively, and some of us have even said that the name Lively is like a really beautiful name as well. So it means joyous, and we've often heard of its musical links to allegro. So allegro is when you play a piece of music in a very upbeat, lively, cheerful way. So it's really kind of well known. Allegra is really on the rise. I always look at the statistics, and it's gone up 240 places just in the last 2 years alone, but it's still only at number 641. So I think it's one of those that's kind of like been around for a long time. It sounds quite classic Italian. In the UK it's kind of a very, what we would say, upper class name, so it's kind of seen as posh, I guess. Interestingly, this name might be back on the scene a bit, because it was the bookies' favourite girl name choice. Had Meghan and Harry had a girl, the name Allegra was talked about a lot, because apparently it was Princess Di's girl name. So you know how often we always have like, I had a girl name like reserved, or I had a boy name that I never got to use, and apparently Allegra was Princess Diana's girl name, and that sort of sums it up really. You could see a Princess Allegra, a Disney Princess Allegra. So I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful name with a lovely meaning. I can tell I like it when I go on and on. The next name is for boys, Felix. So Felix means happy or lucky, and I just think it's a great name. I have two sons, and they're both called, well, they've got the same name. That would be really funny. No, they're Freddie and Finn, so they've both got F names. And when we were pregnant with our third baby, I was like, oh, I do really like Felix, but obviously I couldn't have gone with it. It's at number 93, and it's rising. I would have thought it's more popular. We live just outside London, and there are tons of boys named Felix in London, but that X is so popular. It's a gorgeous name. It sort of had a little, there was always a cat feed brand called Felix in the UK, whereas it might have been strongly associated with that, which maybe put it out of favour for a few years, but that association is clearly getting a bit older, and it's bouncing back. Felix, meaning happy. How nice. So Beatrix also means she who brings happiness. So it's Beatrice, Beatrix, or even Bea. So I know Beatrix who's French, who goes by Bea, and I always think it's just so beautiful, a really soft nickname for it. I've always loved this name, it's absolutely beautiful. She who brings happiness is lovely. There's tons of lovely nicknames you can have for Beatrix or Beatrice, so you can even have Bea, like I talked about, or Trixie was coming up as a loved one on a lot of websites I was reading. Beatrice is at number 153. It holds its own. I love the X ending. What do you think? Do you like one or the other more? For boys, how about Asher? So Asher is one of our most popular booming names in the UK at the moment. It's now at number 217 and it means happiness. It's just a great name, and actually I was reading a lot of comments on forums, and a lot of people are using this now for girls as well, so maybe it'll be one of those gender neutral names. There were some beautiful like Asher Rose and things like that, like beautiful colour variations, but Asher. But I know quite a few boys named Asher. Actually it was the name that Freddie wanted to choose if our third had been a boy. He wanted Asher. Bonnie for girls. I've always liked the name Bonnie. It's just so sweet. I did a whole baby name video. It's actually my most popular one ever, so I'll link it below. It's cute and pretty girl names or something like that. It's got nearly 1 million views, top one, and Bonnie was on there and had so much love, and it's actually really booming at the moment. It's at number 81. Didn't realise it was so high, and it's really going up. So I think all those nickname names we're loving at the moment. It's a Scottish name which means beautiful and cheerful, so just so lovely. Like it's so known for being Scottish here, like oh, like Bonnie baby means like a really happy, content little, you know, just want your baby to be a Bonnie baby. So yeah, I love it so much. Tate for boys. I haven't had this on a list before and I really like it, and it means cheerful. It's at number 366. Is it? Yes, Tate is at number 366. That surprises me because I've never met a baby named Tate. Have you? I really like it. I like that it's linked to the Tate Modern Galleries. We were named after its founder, Sir Henry Tate. But I looked this up again. Tons of positive vibes from parents to be. I love the fact that it means cheerful. Yeah, great name, Tate. Oh, I feel a bit like that's a hidden gem that I've just unveiled to myself. Everyone else is like, yeah, we've all heard that name before. Eden, and a gender neutral name. So there were 465 girls named Eden and 260 boys named Eden just last year. So it's a really popular one. It's one we all know, and it means place of pleasure. So place of happiness, place of delight, obviously the Garden of Eden. I just think it's a beautiful name. I have a goddaughter named Eden, so I've always been, of course, really fond of this. And I remember when they chose it, we were all like, oh my goodness, it's felt really unusual, but it just feels so modern now, so wearable, so lovely. And I do know boys named Eden as well. I think it's got that real hippie, outdoorsy, folksy vibe, which is so perfect for right now as well. Winston. So this is an interesting one because, you know, we're going through this political time at the moment as well with all the virus that's going on, and Winston's coming up a lot. Winston Churchill, he led us through the war and all his sayings and stuff. So I do feel like this name could get more, we're hearing it say more, and sometimes, you know, just even subconsciously that goes in a lot. But Winston actually means joyful, and it's been on this little upward trend for the last couple of years, even before all of this. So I think that's because it's kind of got that old man cool, and names sort of have a cycle and they come back in. Apparently it was Anglo-Saxon, so Win, it was the German element for happy and joyful, and Stan means stone. So it's interesting, isn't it? And I've never thought about Winston to mean joyful like that, and I love the nickname Winnie for girls, but I think Winnie could also work so nice for boys. Farah is a gorgeous name. It's at number 864. It's an Arabic name meaning happiness. So soft, so pretty, so glam. I always think of Farah Fawcett, and I just absolutely love it. And I remember mentioning it before and everyone was like, it's got such 70s vibes because of her, Farah. Yeah, it'd be a really cool name. Isaac for boys, probably the most popular one I've got on here for boys. How is it? It's at number 20. Doesn't really go out of style, Isaac. It's one of those, Isaac. It's one of those kind of like Hebrew names like Noah and those that we all absolutely love. But it means laughter. So isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have like two brothers, like Asher and Isaac, both biblical names meaning happiness and laughter? It would be so sweet. For girls, how about Felicity? It's very linked to Felix actually. It's a name that's at number 100 for girls in the UK. Just hit the 100 mark last year. So it'll be interesting to see if this has continued to go up. Felicity, Latin for happiness itself. So again, one of those names that's been around a long time and we all know it. I love the Scandinavian version is Felicia, which I really like as well, Felicity. For boys, my last one is a unisex name again. See what you think of this. It's a bit of a wild card. It's the name Joyce. So Joyce was always a male name traditionally, but then, when I see it, I think of this male name because I see it on a lot of like, when I look at a lot of like retro name lists, but then I was like, oh yeah, Joyce, like the old lady named Joyce, which I love as well because I love joy. But yeah, it was once a boy names, but it's only ever used for girls now. There are 20 girls named Joyce. I always think of James Joyce as well, so I feel like Joyce could work quite well. But maybe I'm on my own there. Let me know. Would you like Joyce as a vintage girl name, or would you like Joyce as a surname first name for boys? It's a conundrum I will overthink for a little while. And talking of that, I can end without saying Joy. Of course, the modern virtue names, I think it is one of the names I predicted, one of the trends. I think it's going to come back with a bang. So Joy, absolutely lovely. And I looked it up and it is on its little upward curve. It's only at number 545 now, but it's starting to spike. And I think that, I reckon, maybe not next year, but I think in like 2-3 years, it's going to be a really common first name choice. At the moment, it's a middle choice a lot. But there's lovely virtue names. We talked about them a couple of videos ago, which I will link. Another one I wanted to give credit to, so I was looking at Mary, Bliss, which means happiness, with 12 baby girls. And then Gloria came up, which is like a real vintage throwback, Gloria. I'm sure I had it on like an old vintage name at some point. But it went up 228 places last year, maybe after my little vintage grandma names that are coming back, Gloria. Gloria went up 228 places last year alone. That is crazy. So I think that's another one that we could see. Is very celebratory name, isn't it? So those are my picks of names that mean happiness. For your little bundle of happiness, I would love it if you let me know what you thought of the names below. Add any more to this list. Let me know where you are in the world. I really am curious, like, what was going on when lockdown for everybody else. Like, I'm in lockdown with my 3 kids, and I just keep thinking like that people end up watching this video from around the world in their lockdown places, and it kind of blows my mind. So I'd love for you to say hi to each other and hi below. Let me know what your lockdown situation is if you're up for sharing it. Thanks so much for being here for Baby Name Mondays as always. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Sorry I didn't do this as a community challenge this week. Overwhelmed with the lockdown, not gonna lie. Everyone's on their own, what are they calling it, corona roller coaster thing, and mine's been like ooh. But Mondays always bring me up, funnily enough. Maybe I'm the only person who finds Mondays like a beginning of something new, probably because I sit down and chat to you guys. Don't forget to please come across and follow me on Instagram, where you'll be able to follow the day-to-day trials and tribulations of what goes on in my house during lockdown. I'll keep you company over there as well. Lots of love, guys. Happiness, happy vibes with these names, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.